I wish at the very outset to extend a warm welcome to our friends from WIPO, that's the World Intellectual Property Organization, and in particular to Mr. Matteo Gragnani, how do you pronounce that, who has come a very long way from Geneva, and for those of you who've been to Geneva, from this part of the world, I think it's a 30-hour-long journey. So thank you for coming all this way and to assisting us. Your visit marks, of course, an important milestone in our growing partnership, Fiji's growing partnership with WIPO, building on prior virtual engagements and reaffirming our commitment to strengthening Fiji's capacity in the field of geographical indications. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, your attendance here this morning reflects, I believe, Fiji's commitment to a whole-of-government approach in building a national GI system that is cohesive, strategic, and inclusive. These sessions represent a significant continuation of Fiji's journey to strengthen its intellectual property framework and to elevate the status of our traditional products and fully integrate those products, those indigenous and traditional products, into international systems of intellectual property protection and recognition. They mark an important step in advancing Fiji's aspirations towards sustainable economic development, cultural preservation, greater regional and global visibility for the goods they carry that carry the story of who we are as a people. Geographical indications, ladies and gentlemen, are a form of intellectual property that protect products deeply rooted in a specific place or culture or tradition. They serve as a recognition of origin, of quality, and authenticity, attributes that command a competitive edge in both domestic as well as international markets. Ladies and gentlemen, for Fiji, where agriculture, culture, and craftsmanship are tightly interwoven, geographic indications represent an opportunity to, not just for protection, but also for transformation. And products such as kava, Fiji water, virgin coconut oil, masi, traditional handicraft, and other artisanal goods have the potential to be globally recognized and marketed through geographic indications. And not only just as commodities, but as emblems of identity, of resilience, and by no means of less importance, of heritage. Ladies and gentlemen, this workshop this week is designed to deepen our understanding of the Lisbon system and the Geneva Act and how they can be introduced to support our geographic indication goals. The World Intellectual Property Organization, which is based in Geneva, has outlined a comprehensive program of engagements, including targeted workshops on the legal and practical aspects of GI protection, interactive sessions with key stakeholders, field visits to producers, as well as bilateral consultations with key national authorities. This on-site initiative has been carefully tailored and planned to respond to our national needs, Fiji's national needs, expressed in exploring the benefits of joining the Lisbon system and aligning Fiji's national strategy with international standards as well as best practices. The Lisbon system is governed by the Geneva Act of the Lisbon Agreement, and it provides a streamlined and cost-effective mechanism for the international registration and protection of geographic indications. Ladies and gentlemen, for Fiji, accession to this system offers multiple strategic benefits. Firstly, it will provide legal certainty and enforceability of our geographic indications in all member states, eliminating the need for costly country-by-country registration. This will enhance, I believe, the global visibility and marketability of Fijian-made products, supporting export diversification and improved access to premium markets, especially in developed countries. Ladies and gentlemen, secondly, it safeguards against the misappropriation or misuse of names that represent valuable socioeconomic assets and cultural heritage, ensuring that the economic returns of these products remain with Fiji producers and Fiji communities. Thirdly, it sends a strong signal of Fiji's commitment to international intellectual property standards, which in turn can stimulate greater investor confidence, trade negotiations, as well as capacity building partnerships. GIs are not just legal tools, they are engines of development. They align with the Sustainable Development Goals in several key areas. They contribute to poverty alleviation by increasing rural incomes. They support inclusive and sustainable economic growth by fostering SMEs and entrepreneurship. They strengthen sustainable production and consumption by encouraging traditional environmentally sound practices, and they protect intangible cultural heritage by recognizing and preserving the knowledge and techniques that define our identity as a country. Ladies and gentlemen, in this manner, GIs offer a direct partnership or pathway to community empowerment as well as nation building, where local knowledge is no longer marginalized, but is celebrated, protected, and monetized. Over the next 2 days, you will explore successful case studies from the Asia-Pacific region and beyond, and discuss what it would take to replicate such models in our local Fiji context. You will also focus, I'm told, on our flagship product, namely Kava, with dedicated discussions on its legal status, Kava's market potential in the global economy, and the roadmap for formal geographic indication recognition of Kava as an iconic national brand. I encourage all of you to approach these discussions with interest and enthusiasm. Whether you're from government, the private sector, or civil society, your role will be critical in shaping a national GI strategy that reflects our collective priorities as well as aspirations. We must ensure that the benefits of this system are not concentrated but widely shared across the value chain, from the farm to the market, from the producer to the policymaker. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to extend my great appreciation to WIPO for its unwavering support and vision in assisting Fiji with this important initiative. I believe we stand at important crossroads, and by working together, we can build a GI system that not only protects our heritage, but also propels our economy forward in a sustainable and inclusive manner. It gives me great pleasure to open this Fiji workshop on geographical indications and the Lisbon system.
Honorable Mr. Leung, Attorney General of Fiji, permanent secretaries, distinguished colleagues from the Office of the Attorney General, and esteemed representatives from the ministries and other key authorities of Fiji, representatives from the private sector and academia, ladies and gentlemen, Bula Vinaka, good morning everyone. It is both a great honor and a true pleasure for me to be here with you today in beautiful Suva, in this beautiful country, for the opening of this series of national workshops on geographical indications and the Lisbon system, jointly organized by the Office of the Attorney General and the World Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO. My name is Matteo Gragnani. I was extensively introduced, thank you. And I work as a legal officer at WIPO, the World Intellectual Property Organization. On behalf of WIPO, allow me first to express our deepest gratitude to the government of Fiji, in particular to the Attorney General and to his office for this renewed trust in our close cooperation, for the continuous commitment and the great effort in organizing this event, which I believe will be a great opportunity to engage with the diverse and committed group of stakeholders. And over the next and coming days, we will explore the legal, institutional, and practical dimensions of geographical indications. As the Honorable Attorney General mentioned before, not many of you know about geographical indications. So the aim of this series of events is clear. It's precisely to introduce the key concepts, the main rationale laying behind geographical indications, and to illustrate how GIs and the Lisbon system can contribute to broader Fiji's development goals. But I would say the wider goal is also to assist Fiji in taking decisions with a well-informed decision-making process. So, especially at the time when Fiji is considering to develop and establish a normative GI framework, or how we like to call it at WIPO, a GI ecosystem. So we will illustrate how geographical indications can contribute not only to provide legal protection to geographical and traditional names of iconic and specific products of Fiji, but also how, to a certain extent, well-managed geographical indications might contribute to enhancing tourism preserving local traditions and sustainable production practices, preserving local identities, and of course unlocking market opportunities both at the domestic and international level. We're also at WIPO particularly encouraged that this dialogue is taking place at the moment where Fiji is also expressing an interest in joining the Lisbon system family, the Geneva Act of the Lisbon Agreement. So this week's discussion are also aimed at clarifying how the Lisbon system can represent a tool, again, not only for the legal protection at the international level of GIs, but also a tool for increasing the global recognition of products that are unique to Fiji. Let me also emphasize that while there is currently, if I'm not wrong, there's currently no formal normative framework for GIs in Fiji in place, the decision to begin with such a comprehensive and I would say inclusive and well-informed process is the right decision, and I think it comes at the right moment, a moment where also other Pacific Island countries are approaching the GIs and also the Lisbon system. So this week is designed precisely to address these needs for increasing knowledge and clarify certain concepts. So throughout this week we will introduce the fundamentals of GIs, present the WIPO Lisbon system, explore its procedures, its advantages compared to other international legal means of protection, and also see the potential benefits for Fijian products and the practical steps toward the accession. Again, these efforts they build on prior engagements, such as the WIPO virtual participation, virtual only I would say, participation to the Attorney General Conference in December and the World IP Day last year in 2024. These efforts, I think they reflect our commitment to accompany Fiji in this journey. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, Fiji is at the beginning of what it could be a transformative journey, a journey that will recognize, protect, but also promote its most valuable geographical and traditional names, starting from the iconic one, Fijian Kava, Fiji Kava. So WIPO stands ready to provide all the legal, legislative, and strategic guidance to make that journey a success. So I look forward to our discussions this week and to setting together the foundations of the future Fijian GI ecosystem, a system that should reflect the identity, the tradition, the value, and the creativity of this remarkable country. Vinaka Vakalevu, sorry for my pronunciation. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Grazie mille.